one else is in the room where it happens.
Alexander was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray. Alexander said nowhere else to turn and basically begged me to join the fray. I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say. Well, I arranged the meeting, I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating.
No one else was in the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened. No one really knows how to price it. Yes, the pieces had sacrificed in every game's chest. We just assume that it happened. No one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee. Meanwhile, Congress is fighting over where to put the Capitol. It isn't pretty. The Jefferson approaches with the dinner and the invite, and Madison responds with Virginia inside.
Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo, I suppose. Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home?
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose the Potomac.
And you'll provide him his votes?
We'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
No.
What else is in the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened.
My God, God we trust, but we never really know what God discussed. Big room where it happened. And no one else was in the room where it happened.
Alexander Hamilton.
What I tend to say to you to get you to San New York City down the river.
Alexander Hamilton.
Washington, no Washington was the presidential crash on the river.
Alexander Hamilton.
Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol?
Cause we'll have the babes. We're in the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait. God, forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Bird? What do you want, Bird? If you stand for nothing, what do you want?
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. And close your eyes.
We wanna be the same day.
You can't say what the trade away.
We dream of a brand new start.
But we dream in the dark for the most part.
Darkness is the where it happens.
I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be. I've got to be. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I gotta be. Click, boom! Look! Grandpa's in the paper! War hero Philip Steiner loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate.
Sometimes it's how it goes.
Well, Daddy's gonna find out any minute.
I'm sure you already knows.
Further down, let's meet the new Senate from New York.
New York.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
He's being one put me on the up and up again.
Nobody knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you. Excuse me, well, Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create. But upstate, people think you're crooked. This guy seat was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to
You
end.
changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
law. I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goes before the ball.
The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we commit money and aid to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only one you have to convince is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
When we were on death's door, when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and have a chance. Who provided those funds? Friends. In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against the pressures. The revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. Desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of a military master game of chess where France is being keyless. We signed a treaty with a king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Should we honor our treaty, King Louis's head? Do whatever you want. I'm super dead.
Enough. Hamilton, right.
Mr. President?
Two sides with the start of another fight.
Sir, do we not fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's going to lead them,
The people are leading.
people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton, sir, draft a statement of neutrality.
Did you forget Lafayette? What? Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, and in their hour of need, you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man. He'll be fine. Though he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
Yeah, my defendant's got to quit.
Yeah, well, someone ought to remind you what you're nothing without Washington behind you.
Hamilton.
Daddy's calling.
It must be nice. It must be nice. Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Every action has its equal opposite reactions. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into factions. Try not to crack under the stress, we're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the crest and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he drinks and dreams and dresses like the fits of fashion. Our poor citizens, our farmers live ration to ration as Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. This trick is asking for someone to bring him to task. Somebody give me some dirt on this vacuous mass so he can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him, someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side.
He's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble with much of our previous government size?
Look at his eyes.
See how he lies.
Follow the sense of his enterprise.
Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive.
If we don't stop what we aided and abetted,
I have to resign.
somebody has to stand up for the South.
Somebody has to stand up to his mouth.
If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet, I am complicit in watching and grabbing at power and kissing. If Washington isn't gonna listen to this up and dissident, this is the difference, this kid is out! Oh, the difference is somebody we chose. Oh, the difference keeping us all on our toes. Oh, the show gets better unless it's arrogant. Oh, the motherfucking Democratic Republicans. Oh, all the money and secret goes. With every second the treasury grows. All the money and secret
his misdeeds. It must be nice, it must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice, it must be nice.
The emperor has no clothes.
We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What do you need, sir? Sure.
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You okay?
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for his behavior.
Talk
I'll
less.
use the press, I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No, he's stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight and then we'll teach them how to say goodbye. To say goodbye, you and I.
Sir,
I want to talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best
I want to
time?
warn against partisan fighting. I'm picking up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue, sir.
No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're going to teach them how to say goodbye. You and I.
Mr. President, people say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. How lives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone should sit under their own vine and fig tree. No one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, the moment alone in the shade. At home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time.
Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view me with indulgence. After 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with uprising, the faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself was soon to the mansions of rest.
Anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, never
George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. Perplexed, are they gonna keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looks quite as large. What? John Adams! I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're gonna eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. President John Adams, good luck.
Short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abused his cabinet, would destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's a runner-up, which makes him the vice president.
Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President.
And fires Hamilton, privately calls him